everybody, and welcome to my channel, Ashar Books. My name's Ashley, and this is going to be my first video for this channel. So for my first video, I decided to do the Booktube Newbie Tag. I thought it would be a fun way for you guys to get to know me and my reading taste and kind of why I wanted to start this channel in the first place. So I have the questions down here in a notebook, so if I look down, that's why. And I'm going to also make sure to put the creator and the questions in the down bar, so just check there if you'd like to know who created it. So we'll go ahead and get started. So question 1, why did you start this channel? So I watched Booktube for a long time. Booktube videos were one of the first videos I ever watched on YouTube. I think I probably started probably about 4 years ago watching them, and I just love them. I was amazed that there was this place where people on the internet were talking about books. It was great. So since then I've become an avid YouTube watcher, and I loved it. So part of the reason I wanted to start the channel is just that I finally wanted to get involved and kind of give my own opinion and kind of my own twist on some of the things that other booktubers have done that I thought I could probably give at least my opinion on as well. So question 2, what are some fun or unique things you can bring to this channel? So one of the reasons I really wanted to make this channel is because I absolutely love romance novels or romance books, or at least to have a romance storyline within a book. I have pretty vast reading tastes. I love fantasy, I like contemporaries, I'll read a little bit of sci-fi, but I love when there's at least a little bit of romance kind of mixed into those storylines, as well as just straight up romance novels. And I know that there's not too many booktube channels, at least that I have found, that kind of focus on the more romance aspects of literature and books. So I thought it would be just really fun to start my own channel and give my own opinions and hopefully maybe meet some other romance lovers out there. There are a few booktubers though on here who do talk a lot about romance on their channel, and maybe in the future I'll make a video about them because they're absolutely great and I love their channels. So definitely want to shout them out maybe in the future. Let's see, question number 3. What are you most excited for on this new channel? I think the thing I'm most excited about is just to interact with other people, to talk about books. I do have a couple of very good friends in real life who love talking about books with me, but I mean, you can always use more friends to talk about books with. I love talking about them. There's just something about finishing a book and then being able to gush about it with someone else that is just so cathartic in a way, and so I think I just am interested to see other people's opinions on books that I've read and maybe get suggestions on other books I should read and that kind of thing. So I'm very excited to start. Let's see, why do you love reading? I think I love reading for a reason a lot of people love reading, which is to escape. I think when you read, you're able to go to far off lands or even just escape to someone else's life for a little bit and kind of leave maybe the stress or worry of your life at home where it's at and then come back for it later. I just think I've always loved reading since I was a child, and I have a pretty big imagination, and I just have always loved getting sucked into other worlds. I also think reading is a great way to kind of understand how someone else would feel or kind of step into someone else's shoes. And I like to think I'm a pretty empathetic person, and I love it when a book kind of helps me understand someone better, someone who may be unlike me, but helps me to understand their perspective and maybe their view on the world. So that's another reason I think I love reading. So question number 5. What book or series got you into reading? Like I said before, have read since I was a small child. My mom was still is an avid reader. So she started reading to my brother and I when we were very young, and then I started reading books pretty much as soon as I could read. But I think the first series I remember being just in love with and a little obsessed with was the Babysitter's Club. the little books that were, and I think they also had a TV show at the time, but I remember getting the books, loving the books, being obsessed with the books, and sitting on a couch for about half a day, which for a child is a fairly long time, and just finishing the book in one sitting. That series, and then I think later in life, what got me a little bit more back into reading rapidly was Twilight. I loved Twilight like many other people my age. I read it in 9th grade, and ever since I read that, I just had the itch to get more books similar to that, and then that led me on to other genres, and I was just like thirsty for something that was similar to that. So I have to thank Twilight and Babysitter's Club for getting me into reading. So we have question number 6. What questions would you ask your favorite booktuber? I think I'd probably ask them first something kind of techie about kind of the more like technological side of making videos, maybe about editing or what's a good camera to get or something like that. I'm not the best with technology at all, so I think I always, anytime I have someone who knows more than me about a subject, I always want to ask them. So probably that first, and secondly, how do you stop yourself from buying every book that someone suggests to you, because it's a problem. And it's even just watching a video, it's very difficult if someone suggests a book not to just drop everything and go buy it. So I'm working on it. And question number 7, which is the last question, is what challenge with starting a booktube channel will be the hardest to overcome? I think there's 2 challenges that I can see maybe happening. One would just be, like I said, with the technology, you know, figuring out how to edit and how to make the lighting look good, how to work on, you know, using a camera. I'm not the most technologically inclined, so I think that might be a challenge just for me personally. And then probably just this more realistic problem is just time. I work at an elementary school, so I'm off for the summer and have a bit more time right now. I'm filming this in July. So in the fall, when I go back to work, it might be a little more push for time, and I just have to be a little more creative with my ability to film and things like that. So that is the last question on the Booktube Newbie Tag. I am so excited to start this channel, and I hope that you enjoyed watching. If you have any suggestions or comments, please leave them below, and subscribe if you would like to. Hopefully I will have a new video for you guys soon. Bye, have a great day.